spirit. Stories of compassion and wisdom. And today's story is number 74. Don't be swayed this way and that by critics. Once a father and son ran a farm with little or no success. They failed at everything they tried their hand at, and were forced to sell off their furniture and other possessions one by one to make ends meet. Finally, all they had left was a small horse. After talking it over, they decided to take the horse to town to sell it too. Soon after they set off, they passed a man heading the other way and heard him murmur, "Two men walking a horse? That's strange. Why doesn't one of them ride?" The farmer thought this made sense and had his son get up and ride. They continued on this way, the father leading the pony, until before long they came upon another traveler. This one said under his breath, "Look at that. The son takes it easy, making his poor old father to do the work. For shame." Nodding agreement, the father turned to his son and said, "All right now, you can lead the horse." And so they traded places. The next one they passed muttered, "Look at that. The father rides in comfort and makes his son lead the horse. Some parents have no consideration." The father saw the justice of this remark and invited his son to climb up behind him. On they went, both of them riding the little horse. The next one they encountered murmured indignantly, "What a sight! Two grown men on a pony. Where is their common sense?" Father and son nodded to each other in agreement. Together they tied up the horse's legs, fastened them to a pole, and carried the animal into town on their shoulders. They walked hither and yon trying to sell it, but found no takers. In the end, as they were crossing a long bridge, a car came along and frightened the little horse so much that it fell into the river and drowned. Though it's important to listen to opinions of others, if you are constantly swayed by people's criticism, you'll never get the job done. Very good. Yeah, I I saw this story as a cartoon when I was growing up. It's very famous, I think, worldwide, many cultures. And as we can see, they say a man who doesn't stand for anything will fall for everything. So in Buddhism, it's so crucial to find out, what do I stand for? What is my purpose in life? Who am I? What are my values? What do I think is really happiness for me? So to meditate on these questions, it's very important. And listen to the Dharma in order to get the insights and epiphanies about the answers. Once we listen to Buddhism, we become more and more clear about what we stand for, which is, life is like an ocean of suffering. We are drowning, in a sense, in this ocean, and we just rely on anything that's temporarily, drifting by, like a log or plank or a driftwood, which we need them for support. But if we listen to Buddhism long enough, we become aware that we need to move towards the shore. While we use the support of those logs and planks, we need to constantly move towards the shore. And so our mind becomes settled. Yeah. So life's ultimate purpose, Buddha teaches, is true settlement. When the dark mind we have about why we are born, why we live, it's not so clear why we go through all these activities. We just do them anyway. That darkness will vanish and we gain crystal clear awareness of this is what my life was all about. The joy of being alive. Once we arrive at the shore, we find true settlement. Our mind becomes like a vast shore of light, certainty, peacefulness, and satisfaction. Yeah. And if we listen to Buddhism long enough and we ask our questions and we gain clarity about where we are headed, what we stand for, what other people tell us, the criticisms, sometimes their criticism might be valid. Like, if my hair looks kind of disorderly or something, of course I can listen and fix it. But sometimes they just want to pull me in their own direction here and there, and everybody has their own agenda. So they try to pull us here and there. Then we end up not standing for anything and not accomplishing anything. So that's the joy of learning Buddhism and moving forward together as Sangha members. Um, yeah, and support each other on this journey. And then we don't get swayed this way and that by critics. That means our mind becomes more grounded and centered and stable. So good job, everyone, for being here, practicing together. So tonight we don't have the Right View Lab and we don't have the afternoon chanting as usual. We will resume in 24 hours. I will make an announcement. The time will change for 2 weeks. So I will make that announcement. So please check the Skype notification for the chanting to know that. Okay, take care.